The alpha female. You know, this is probably gonna be the video that gets me the most hate of any video I've ever done. Because, no matter how many times I tell women not to comment on my videos, they're still gonna comment on my videos, and I'm still gonna delete their comments like I always do. But if you guys thought I was a chauvinist or a misogynist before, you're definitely gonna think I am after you see this video right here. Basically, the alpha female, right? If you pay attention to the photo I'm using for this video, I'm using a photo of Mrs. Briefs from Dragon Ball Z, right? Trunks' mom, from no, Bulma's mom from Dragon Ball Z, right? Mrs. Briefs. And if you guys know anything about Mrs. Briefs from Dragon Ball Z, she is the happiest, most feminine, most loving, supportive wife in the show. Way more than Chi-Chi, way more than Bulma. Every time, someone comes over to visit them in the show, she's like, hey, can I get you guys anything? Some tea, some cookies, something? When her husband is working, like, oh, her husband's like a scientist, right? She's like, oh, can I, make anything for you? What can I do for you? She's always supportive. She's always by his side, ready to help him with anything he needs. But she's feminine. She's not challenging his authority. She's not trying to compete with him, right? How much different is a woman like that from every single woman you know today, including celebrities, right? I was thinking, like, what are some real life alpha females I could use for this video? And there really aren't, honestly, any. I'd say the only one that might be considered an alpha female is Beyonce. And before you guys say, no, man, she's the one who has the song to all the single ladies, Yeah, that's true, but you got to understand, she is a slave for the music industry, so she doesn't get to control what kind of music she makes. The music she makes has to push the feminine agenda, right? The feminine agenda. But if you pay attention to her personal life, she's very loyal to her husband. She's been with him for like 15 years, right? And that's why Jay-Z married her. He's like, this girl's a catch, right? So the alpha female is a woman that is feminine, submissive, loving, supporting, doesn't challenge her man, can voice her opinion, but she does it in a calm, respectful way, right? She doesn't try to step on her husband's toes. She doesn't try to assume power over the household. She understands that on a very deep level, she can do things her husband can't do, bringing kids into this world, but she's not equal to him in the masculine sense, right? See, to me, men and women are better than each other at different things. Now, men, of course, are better than women in most things, but women have things they can do that we can't do, that will always keep us needing them. So, in a sense, even though men, we are more valuable, women are still incredibly valuable too. Right? It shouldn't even have to be a competition. We should just be able to appreciate the things that the other gender does that we can't do. But instead of that, what does society do? It brainwashes women to try to become men, right? Thus turning them into beta females, right? So you have women ashamed of their femininity, not pushing off having kids, taking birth control, taking testosterone, doing everything they can to compete with men, becoming tougher and more rugged because they still think the standard of what being successful is still masculine, right? So you have a female competing with men to be a better man than them, and they're going to lose every time like they always do, right? And in order to even compete, women have to have tons of handicaps to compete with men, right? They have to have a police force full of men behind them. They have to have the entire media behind them. They have to have their female army. As men, we don't feel the need to unify to take down women because we're like, dude, we're so much more powerful. We don't lose sleep over that at night. But you have women getting together, plotting all the time how they're going to take over, how feminism's going to take over, because they know they're weaker, right? And here's the thing. A beta female is the tough, rugged, masculine woman. But when she becomes the beta female, and she's tricked into thinking this is what being an alpha female is, right? When she sacrifices her feminine energy, she loses her ability to really make the man she wants fall in love with her. Now, of course, the beta males, the simps, the suckers, yeah, they'll always hover around her because they want to bang her. But that real man she wants, because here's the thing, a woman can't be truly happy unless she has the man she wants. I don't care what anyone says. Women will always be unhappy. When women can't get the alpha men, they go into depression. Straight up. That's why you have so many women drinking, smoking, taking depression medication. When women cannot get the men they want, they go into depression every single time. No matter how much of a facade they try to put on, no matter how much they try to act, oh, that they're doing so good and they're so independent. BS. You're dying inside. I can see it on you. So here's the thing, right? A man, he derives his power from his masculinity, from his toughness, from his going out and conquering the world, right? Now, a woman, she derives her power from her femininity, right? From her submissive, gentle, loving demeanor. That is enough to melt a man and make him weak and want to give all of his power to her, right? That's an alpha female. An alpha female, through love and kindness and being supportive, melts her way through a man's tough exterior, right? And he is glad to share his resources with her. He is glad to support her. He is glad to be her warrior, right? That's the power of the alpha female. You have women who are beta females who are being lied to, being told they're alpha, right? By being masculine. That only works for men. So these beta females, acting tough, all they're doing is killing that feminine energy they have, and it's repelling men. And that's why you have so many women these days who cannot keep a man. They go through men, like Kleenex tissues. They've got 20, 30, 40, 50 guy body count. Because you're going from man to man, right? But you're not learning lessons as you go from man to man. You're still the same tough, rugged feminist you were with the first guy as you are with the 50th guy. So you've by cutting your hair off and becoming a man, you have killed what makes you valuable to men, right? The only thing you're good for now is a pump and dump, because you still have the vag, right? We still want to, put our penis in you and get that quick nut and then be on our way. But you don't have that feminine energy that wants a man to stay around you for the rest of his life, right? Because you're just a man with a vagina. So it's like, all right, I can use her for the whole, but then I got to be on my way because she has nothing else to offer. She can't support me. She can't support my dreams. She can't submit to me. She can't give me her opinion without trying to compete with me and stomp on my toes. She is a beta female. This is what being beta is as a woman, right? I'll say it one last time. An alpha male is the strong, tough, go-getter, gets stuff done, protects the household, right? The alpha female is the gentle, submissive, loving, supportive woman that can get her way just through her femininity, right? Just through being able to melt her way through to a man and saying, honey, look, I understand what you're saying, but maybe we should try it this way. I think, we might get good results if we try this. What do you think? And then the husband says, wow, I really appreciate the way she said that to me. And something about that, just that sweet, loving supportiveness. You know what? I want to give that to her. Absolutely. You know what, babe? Yeah, let's try it your way. But of course, that's not what happens anymore. You have these beta women saying, if you don't do this, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to take the dog, take this from you. I'm going to take the kids. She's like a man. She's trying to use fear and intimidation to control a man. And here's the thing. Men, even beta males who submit to this masculine female, you know what I'm saying? We resent you deep down, right? Any man, alpha or beta, when a woman is masculine and uses fear and manipulation and aggressive tactics to try to control a man, men resent you when you do that. And behind the scenes, we're going to be doing everything we can to undermine you and get away from you and get back at you. That's why so many men pump and dump these aggressive beta females, because we're like, all right, you want to talk all that tough stuff? Yep. All right, cool. I had sex with you. Boom. I'm out the door. I got the last laugh. Men will always get the last laugh in the end, right? We're better manipulators. We're better strategists. We're always going to beat you. If you want to compete to be a man, we're going to beat you every time. Now, if you want to be an alpha female who doesn't manipulate, who's genuine, who knows how to submit and love and support, we don't want to beat you anymore. We want to give to you now. We're like, dude, I want to share with you. I want to build with you. But when you try to be men and you try to dominate and bully and go on the offensive like men do, we are always going to show you how much better we are than you at that game. And that's why so many women get pumped and dumped, because these are aggressive beta females, right? And they make it hell for the guy to even get laid, right? The whole relationship, the whole whatever is a huge pain for the guy because he feels like he's dating a man. So after he gets the sex after a while, it's like, you know what? I'm just going to dump this chick because she's like a dude, and he's out. And you get beta results. The same way the beta male doesn't even make it anywhere with women, the beta female just gets pumped and dumped and used, and sold lies like feminism, and gets tricked into going to college and paying 100 grand on a liberal arts degree, and then she gets her 1 bedroom apartment in the city and her 3 cats, right? And she just spends the rest of her life a debt slave, paying bills, working 9 to 5s, getting fat, getting out of shape, probably turning lesbian, cutting her hair off. This is the trap you fall into when you become a beta female. So, I only, my viewers are only 2% women. I checked the statistics. But for those 2% of women that are listening, stop trying to be men. Stop trying to compete with us. We're going to body slam you every single time, metaphorically speaking. We're going to choke slam you in the WWE, wrestling range, and metaphorically. And be submissive, be loving, be supportive, be genuine, actually be genuinely loving, and see us for the kings we are, right? And the gods that we are, and support us, and we will share our spoils of war with you. You see what I am saying? Stop trying to be us. Stop trying to compete. You're going to lose every single time. You've been sold a lie with feminism. You've been sold a lie with going to college and racking up debt. All right? You're not as tough as we are. You provide a lot of value. You can do things that we can't do. Okay? But we still have a lot of things that we're better than you at, and you need to respect that and be humble. Just like we respect the fact that you can have kids, Just like we respect the fact that the few of you that do have that feminine energy. That's like our kryptonite. We want that, We want to share with women like that. We don't try to destroy that. We don't try to compete to become more gentle and submissive than a submissive woman. So why are you trying to compete to become more masculine and tough than a masculine man? It doesn't make any sense, okay? The alpha female is the loving, submissive, woman who knows how to cooperate and build her man up and support his dreams and his visions, not trying to compete and destroy and control and, have power. So that's really just the message of the story.